What's up, y'all? It's your girl Bruja, Afrikana, coming to y'all with a quick tarot reading. Go ahead and subscribe because we're about to get right into this reading. Before we get started, don't pay attention to the motherfucking background noise, okay? I know y'all oh, it's not quiet, it's not, girl, shut up, okay? Life be life and around me, and that's exactly what the fuck it's gonna be, bitch, okay? You want a cookie cutter, clean reading, baby, please go get you a motherfucking loving light bitch that'll give you that false image of everything is perfect, everything is well. I'm not gonna do that, okay? I'm not gonna ever do that. You gonna always hear some shit in my background because people live in my house and people are alive in my house, bitch. And I'm sorry if you live alone and there's no one there and you're not used to hearing people in the background, TV and shit, bitch, fuck you, I'm sorry. Get you some friends. Get you a life. Go live. Okay? Anyway. Let's talk about A$AP Rocky. Now, one of y'all had requested this recently in my comments like a couple of hours ago. And I had been meaning to do this reading for y'all a while ago. But things kept happening and I started doing readings on other shit and I kind of forgot about it, but I'm glad I got to forget about it because the initial cards that I pulled on A$AP Rocky were true. But let's get off into it. We are coming up with the Dr. Buzzard. Y'all know that's the Justice card. I'm going to just call the cards exactly what they are, okay? Or not exactly what they are. Just reference the card that is corresponding to the cards that we are using because we are using the Hoodoo Tarot deck. Because y'all wanted to see if he was going to go to jail. Y'all wanted to see if Rihanna was going to be affected by this. And y'all just want to see the outcome. And let's get to it, okay? So here we have the Dr. Buzzard card, which is the Justice card, which represents Libra season, okay? If y'all have been keeping up with the trial, y'all have seen that he got the trial postponed to next February. I think I just read that it said either way I'm going to, or the link to the story that I read, or the two stories that I read about this new information in his trial will be in the description. So if y'all are looking for things to explain what the video is about, or if you are asking what deck I'm using and all of that, that will now be in the description box, okay? But he is going before the judge, okay? He has this legal situation going on that could derail this young man's future. But y'all know what I love to see from artists? Especially those that are sort of like a misfit, just a little bit, you know, got a little bit of toxicity going on with them. I love to see when their ancestors show up and when they are protected. Baby, hear me when I tell y'all, A$AP Rocky is such a protected individual. Let me move my card. He is very protected. Now, I know that he and Rihanna are Barbadian. And they may commune with the Loas. Hell, and they may commune with the Orishas. And before you motherfucking bitches get in my comments, oh, the Orishas ain't showing up in the cards. That's westernized. Yeah, we've explained that a couple videos back, retarded bitch. We know. But to keep things current and to give y'all a current picture, I'm going to always show y'all which Orisha is present, okay? Now, I don't know, again, that he is working with the Orishas, but I do know that there are male spirits surrounding him, and I know factually that his father is one of the men that is standing with him now. I believe his father is deceased, which is why I know when it shows up underneath the ancestors, that's his father showing up to protect him. Father and probably grandfather showing up in the stance of, let me make sure that my son is okay, because we gonna get into what the cards revealed about the dude that is fucking suing him. You know, his friend from back in the day. And not that there's anything wrong with having friends from back in the day, y'all, but sometimes y'all gotta let motherfuckers go, okay? And this is just what happened with A$AP Rocky. It was time to let this motherfucker go. And anyway, let's get off into the rest of this reading. Like I said, he's a very protected individual, honey. His ancestors showed up. This is A$AP Rocky showing up as the Knight of Cups, okay? And that's exactly who he is, okay? The King of Cups' son. Here is the King of Cups, the Father of Baskets. That's A$AP Rocky's father. This person with the John horse, and I'm going to pull this back again and show y'all the Orishas that I feel like pulled up for him. This is probably his grandfather. This is somebody who was in the military. This is somebody who may have been, outlaw a little bit. These niggas might got, he know the ins and outs of moving through the court system when you done did some shit, especially if he done got caught with a gun or some shit, or maybe this that granddaddy that used to have them guns and shit, them weapons, granddaddy that was about this life. Not that his daddy wasn't, but I just want to show y'all that connection that is showing up underneath A$AP Rocky's ancestors, and he's protected, y'all, okay? And the reason why they're protecting him so hard is because it's some bullshit with this case, okay? It's some damn lies being told, okay? It's underlying things that are happening that he shouldn't go to jail for, okay? He he's also being protected by 3 Orishas, I believe. The very first one that I saw show up was Ogun. He has that gun charge, right? That firing a gun in a fucking residential area. And I know where that area is over there where he got caught up at. And the area is decent, but it's always some shit happening in Hollywood. I don't know why people are not privy to it, but Hollywood is not a safe place. So hearing a gunshot go off, and this is not taking up A$AP Rocky. You shouldn't be fucking shooting in the fucking public like that anyway. But I'm just laughing because LA chooses what they want to prosecute, and they chose to go prosecute this. So because Ogun is showing up in the aspect of the one who owns guns and shit, the god of metal. He like, okay, since this situation involves some shit regarding something that I own, let me show up. Not only that, Shango shows up. And why does Shango show up? Y'all like, oh, well, how is he showing up and him and Ogun don't get along? That's where you're wrong. They'll put aside their beef to help out someone, and this is exactly what they're doing. I don't know. Again, this could be the Lawaz showing up, but because I don't commune with the Lawaz, I have to speak Orisha. If you know which Lawaz is present, please insert it. Okay? Please, please, please teach me about the Lawaz if you know about them. But anyway, these are his Orishas standing up for him. Not only are Ogun and Shango showing up, but Obatala and Eshu as well. So there are 4 Orishas that are standing around him, in addition to his own father showing up to protect him. So, y'all, this ain't gonna go the way that this young man think it's gonna go. These are some very, very hard-hitting ass Orishas. If they show up for you to protect you, or show up to put a barrier of protection in front of you, that means that you've already won what you got going on, especially when Obatala, the judge himself, shows up, okay? And Eshu shows up, opening the road up for him. What did he open the road up for? So he can get around this bullshit. But let's get into the rest of the reading so I can show y'all what he's being protected from. Let's talk about this bitch ass friend of his, y'all. See, this dude was never ever ever A$AP Rocky's friend. Even when they was pulling up in Harlem together, dude might have helped him scrap with niggas, whatever the fuck, but he should have been left right there. He was never A$AP Rocky's friend. Matter of fact, let me put these cards like this so we can do a different spread real quick. He was never his motherfucking friend. He's showing up with the Son of Knives, the Two of Knives, and the Ace of Baskets. He's always wanted what A$AP Rocky had. It could have been some shit like A$AP Rocky had the new Jordans all the motherfucking time. Y'all know how it is in the hood. That shit important to us when we in the hood. But he may have had the new Jordans all the motherfucking time, and this nigga was jealous of it. He's always held some type of animosity towards A$AP, regardless to him being one of the bandmates. Regardless to any of that, he's always hated A$AP Rocky, and he's always had something in his chest about him. Here's A$AP Rocky showing up as the Libra. The boy has always been jealous of this man. He's always been the one that's backbiting him and maybe talking some shit about him, running his business. But at the end of days, he's never really, really been there for A$AP. He was really looking for an opportunity to be able to snake him, okay? And with him getting shot, he felt like this was his opportunity. So this nigga gonna drag this shit to the ground. He's talking about how Or let's not go into what he's talking about, because I don't know that part. Let's go into how this nigga felt in the presence of A$AP Rocky the whole rip. He always felt inferior to this man, regardless to what. Like I said, maybe it was because A$AP had all the hoes, whatever the fuck it was. This dude has always been against him. And instead, Libras, y'all gotta be careful with that shit, okay? Y'all are the ones, and I always run into Libras that do this, and I've got 2 sisters that are Libras, and they've done this. Y'all gotta learn to let people the fuck go, okay? Y'all be trying to help motherfuckers, and I'm gonna bring you along because of da-da-da-da, or you been my friend for this long, I don't want to cut you off. Sometimes y'all gotta leave motherfuckers where they at, okay? This is what A$AP Rocky failed to do. This nigga was already doing shit, you know, to harm the friendship, but because A$AP Rocky was honest in the friendship, he overlooked it. And that's how this nigga got up on him. Well, when A$AP Rocky began to get money and become who the fuck he is, this nigga saw an opportunity, baby. He like, oh, this nigga got money now, he can spare some shit. And your friends don't owe you anything, okay? When they succeed, if they decide to give you something, then that's what it is. The problem is, whatever A$AP Rocky was doing for him, or whatever he was putting in front of him, it wasn't enough, and this nigga developed a plan to cause some shit to happen. And as far as I know, they got into it about some money. It's always been about some money, okay? His whole plan was to stop A$AP Rocky. Let me make sure that I do this situation, or make him shoot me. You know, I know y'all like, damn, you think he thought that? Jess. And I'm saying Jess, yes I am. Because people will put together a plan to fuck you around, even if it means that they make you take their motherfucking life, simply to see you fall. And that's what the fuck this boy was trying to do to A$AP Rocky, because he's not A$AP Rocky. Sure, he's part of the A$AP mob, but ain't nobody pulling up to see his motherfucking ass. What's his name? A$AP Really? Whatever the fuck the nigga's name is. I don't know. It began with an R or some shit like that. I skipped past that, because it's not important. Because this is a motherfucker that A$AP Rocky should have been paying attention to. Somebody who had animosity in his chest from the beginning. Anyway, remember I said that A$AP Rocky was protected, y'all. And he definitely is. But just because he's protected, that doesn't mean that he wouldn't have to fight this case. And it doesn't mean that going forward, he does not need to defend himself against this. Because it's going to be a thing of A$AP is going to have to look back and see that, yo, this dude ain't my friend. He's trying to paint A$AP Rocky out to be this super violent dude that shot him over a couple dollars, and it's a thing of, nigga, you was jealous anyway. You were looking for your opportunity, and because A$AP flashed out and popped him, allegedly, he gave him what it was that he wanted. But even though he has to fight the case, the universe has opened the road to him being in front of a judge that really favors Rihanna, honey. Here she comes showing up as the moon card, that Pisces energy. The judge wanted to know, is Rihanna coming? The judge's whole concern is if Rihanna is coming, and the judge is like, I just want to make sure she's accommodated. But there's more to that. See, them yeah know what she doing, baby. And it ain't just her doing just her own spell work, honey. A$AP might be together with her doing this spell work. They getting together and doing this. And that's how you do a good court case, y'all, okay? You get together with that person and you put that shit up there and you burn them candles and you chant for them 30 days or however many days your spell calls for. And you get the shit taken care of. What Rihanna has seemingly done, and this is just allegedly, this is just me being a little crazy witch, don't, you know, pay me a little bit of attention, but don't pay me a lot of attention. What she did was put that motherfucking judge in that motherfucking sugar jar, honey. And I know it says courting, you know, but we gonna use the phrase court. She made sure that court situation, or we gonna use the word court, and we gonna go from there. She made sure that court situation is favorable for A$AP Rocky, okay? That's when you're a good witch, honey. Not only that, she made sure that he got sat in front of a judge that likes Rihanna. And that judge is absolutely a super fan of Rihanna. Clearly. The judge then considered his family and all of that. Before the trial even began, the judge is on their side. And that's a good thing, because y'all know what going forward is getting ready to happen? And some folk ain't gonna like it, but oh well. A$AP Rocky ain't going to jail. This is what's going to happen in the long run. Going forward, he's a free man, okay? He's not going to go to jail. This is in the long term. Even regardless if the trial gets delayed again after next year or whatever, he's still not going to go to jail. It's going to probably be a thing of the case getting dismissed, not thrown out, because the evidence isn't there. With the them bones card, that's the judgment card, it was in reverse. That means that there's a lack of evidence somewhere to convict him, and the judge is like, you know what, I'm not finna put this man, this family man, in jail. This judge is riding heavy on that, and I think that the judge, want something from Rihanna, so look out for if Rihanna give a donation to like a charity or some shit. Just know that's that one hand washing the other shit, and there's nothing wrong with that, honey. She has the means to do so, honey. She is motherfucking robbing Rihanna Fenty. Why would she not use her stardom to keep her nigga out of jail? Why would she not put her coin out there? And I'm not saying that A$AP Rocky ain't got it, but baby, let me go ahead and quarterback this for real, because the motherfucking judge likes Miss Fenty. Let her do it. But in the end, of course, in order for the judge to smooth things over, this judge is the plug right here. But the judge loves Rihanna, so we know that A$AP ain't going to jail. But there's always got to be some back scratching going on. So legally, like I said, Rihanna and A$AP gonna have to get together and do a little donation, do a little appearance here and there a couple times. He gonna have to do some community service, but this is all to avoid jail time. Now, the other side of that is the nigga is gonna try to sue him in civil court, and he's going to win in civil court because he's going to play up his regular life versus being maybe bullied or tormented by a celebrity. You know how these motherfuckers is doing these days, and that's how he's going to win the case against A$AP Rocky civilly. Criminally, he ain't got shit coming. Again, A$AP Rocky avoids jail time, y'all. Here is the 4 of Knives in reverse, which is just 4 swords, and the free man card. Of course, that's the fool card, but y'all see that man free right there, right? He's not going to jail. He's just going to have to pay a fine, make a few donations, shit like that, maybe some community service, but he's free. A$AP Rocky ain't going to jail, y'all. All right.